It was well past midnight when a convoy of black SUVs rolled up to a quiet military hospital. The night staff barely looked up, assuming it was just another high-ranking official. But when President Donald Trump stepped out, alone, flanked only by Secret Service, whispers began to spread. This wasn't a scheduled visit. No cameras. No speeches. Just silence and intent. Trump walked through the halls with quiet determination. Nurses and doctors exchanged curious glances. The air shifted. The hospital housed soldiers who had given everything, limbs lost, scars seen and unseen. Many hadn't spoken to anyone in days. He stopped at the bed of a young man, Private James Carter. A double amputee, James had lost both his legs in combat. He'd also lost hope. His fiancée had left, friends had stopped visiting, and he no longer believed anyone cared. "You don't have to pretend you care," James muttered. Trump didn't respond with words. He pulled up a chair and simply said, "Tell me your story." And for the first time in months, James did. He spoke of pain, loneliness, and feeling discarded. Trump listened in silence, then finally said, "That's a damn shame, because you're a hero. And this country should never forget that." Later, a nurse named Emily quietly approached the president. "There are others," she said. "Soldiers with no family, no one." Without hesitation, Trump replied, "Then show me." Room by soldier, he listened, no speeches, just presence. One of those rooms belonged to Sergeant William Reynolds, an older vet who had lost his son, Lieutenant Jason Reynolds, in combat. Trump knew his story. And he reminded the grieving father that Jason's sacrifice hadn't been forgotten. That night sparked something. The next morning, Trump sat alone in the Oval Office, holding a photo of Jason. He opened a drawer and whispered over a list of names he'd brought back from the hospital, "I won't forget you." Months later, real change followed. A bill improving conditions in military hospitals passed, quietly but powerfully. And in the mail, Emily received a handwritten note from Trump, "The real heroes are people like you." What began as one midnight visit turned into something bigger. James Carter, once broken, now led a support group for wounded veterans. Sergeant Reynolds smiled again. Soldiers who had felt invisible now stood with purpose. A year later, Trump returned to that same hospital. The halls were different, full of hope. One by one, soldiers saluted him. Not for politics, but for something deeper. Honor. Gratitude. And a promise that hadn't been broken.